Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Tilo Mad coming at you with another video, and we got a good one today. We're going to be talking about my GAC round. So this is going to be week 3, round 1 of GAC, and honestly, this is probably one of my favorite matches I've had in a while, just because we did good. So definitely going to be a fun one. So hopefully you guys enjoy this. Definitely. One thing that we do want to change a little bit is the amount of time these GAC recaps are. So I sped these fights up like dumb fast for you guys. So this is going to be around maybe a 20-minute episode of GAC recap. No, a couple of GAC recaps can definitely hit into like the 30-40 minutes. So I'm going to try to condense this as much as possible. But enough of me talking. Let's get into the GAC. But really quick, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being out there, watching the videos, liking the videos, and subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate you guys, and you guys have been killing it. We're growing at a pretty good rate, and just more than I could anticipate, to be honest. But all right, guys, let's get into this one. So first things first, I'm going to open up the match, and you guys can see what's going on. So we started attacking within around an hour or so to go, and you saw what you guys see right there. I opened up the board. My opponent has already attacked, so he waited around the same time for me. So he ends up clearing about three teams, and I'm gonna go through a couple of these defense, a couple of the offense, so you guys can get a picture of what's going on. So offensively, first things first, we do run this small squad. I messed up. I didn't put Dark Revan in there, but it's still got a hold. Really happy about that. We also have Gas. We also have Maul. That's there basically to make it hard on my opponent to choose CLS and then figure out what he's going to do right there. And then right there, you guys see live during the match on Twitch, which you guys, I really recommend you guys go check out. We have a fun time over there. He starts attacking at the same time we do. So real fun right there. And then we also have Ray. Ray's another really good one. Ray, I don't have JTR on the squad, so it makes it a little bit easier for C. And you're definitely going to see some crazy stuff. But really cool, though, that my opponent was attacking at the same time. So it puts a lot of pressure on us, but it makes the stream for a fun time for the stream. All right. So he did get the clear when I opened up. So he opened up the front wall. So I ended up showing you guys what I have back here. Back here, you can see right off the rip, I have JMK. Really excited for the new modding changes. Mace is the lowest on the squad, so he's going to be able to assist, get those ability blocks, and hopefully cause some problems for bounty hunters. Last round of last week, my opponent did use bounty hunters, and I said, never again. We're not doing bounty hunters on my JMK ever again. No worse feeling than that. Then we also have JTR, and then this BAM squad. My BAM is running pretty fast. You're going to see his speed right here. Oh, I don't pull his speed, but he's around 354, and then with the extra speed from Django lead. All right, and defensively up top, we did set the SOKR squad, full SOKR squad, so really solid there. A Treya team with Malik and Talon, hopefully gives them some problems, and then also a CLS with the droids, and then Dash with Han and Chewie. All right, defensively, so this is what my opponent placed. We end up going for Lord Vader first and using our bounty hunters. Was really excited about this. No Maul on the squad, no Vader on the squad, and it makes for a pretty good fight. I gotta say, we ended up taking out Royal Guard first, and then we were trying to just take out Thrawn at this point. I do not want him to fracture just because it's just a pain in the butt. And there he goes. He fractures my Fennec, which is a little bit scary in my opinion, because there goes my DPS. I can't call her in to assist. She's not putting those armor shreds onto Vader, which I'm eventually going to need when it becomes a 5v1 situation. So I'm really at this point trying to take out Thrawn. I end up just doing the mass assist, taking him out so Fennec can breathe. And there we go. So I'm starting to put some DPS on him. I don't want to attack Crew, because Crew is one of those characters that you start attacking him, his health stays the same. It almost feels like a waste. So I'm trying to dispel as much as possible, but at the same time put some of these armor shreds, which you can see right there, and just trying to avoid the dots as well. One thing that we did change during last week is my Fennec is a little bit more beefier than she was last time. I had crit chance secondaries. Now I have some health. Yes, it makes her a little susceptible to some of these dots, but it's also going to allow her to kind of take some of these big hits. So right there, we did allow us to take the big hit onto crew, which is probably going to be the only way you take out crew in that situation. And then we just go full throttle onto Vader, get some pretty decent banners. We ended up with a 73, missing out on 2 protection. I'll take that all day, especially on a GL. All right, so next up, we do have this Starkiller squad. Sorry, it's a little bit choppy at this point, but I was feeling pretty comfortable about this fight. We ended up taking the GG Newt against it. I'm really just trying to take out as much as I can on this squad, just because this squad is one of those squads that scare me. Starkiller is an absolute monster, I'm telling you guys. Especially if you guys have not faced him on defense. If you run the right comp, right speeds, it can definitely be a problem with EP and Mara. EP and Mara are just the engines to this squad, and they just absolutely destroy. So right there, we managed to take out GK. GK, once he's gone, it allows us kind of pick and choose our targets. I really got to take out Beastus, which I do with the AoE, but by doing that, all the counter attacks and everything, my team is completely gone. And I'm freaking out in the chat. I'm like, oh, we're not going to be able to do this. I need to take out Mara Jade. Mara Jade is a problem. And right there, we get the Star Destroyer on our heads, and we do not take out Mara Jade. Really, really tough. So to avoid tilt, I avoided the whole situation of that Starkiller trio, and I went against these Darth Revan squad with my Imperial Troopers. Good thing that their set was not relic, so we managed to troop through them pretty quickly. Right here, and then Bastille after. Right here, I go for the mass assist onto Malik, take him out with 1 hit. We are feared, is what it is though. So I'm trying to take them out, but at the same time, kind of salvage banners. But you see right there, freaking Darth Revan and Talon. They stole my perfect run right there. Really good combination between Darth Revan and Talon, especially when you use the troopers. I could have got some decent banners right there, but we ended up with 62. I'll take that. We missed up on what, three banners right there? Not the end of the world. All right, and this was a cool situation because I did mess up on setting that Maul squad. I didn't put Revan on the lead. I decided to take in my Revan and Vader basically together, and you're gonna see we just tear this Dash squad apart. It was not the best Dash squad. They did have G12 on Vandor Chewie, which made things a lot easier, especially going for the one shot. And then after Vandor's out, even though it did have the Omicron, we tear these guys up. End up with a 65 because they did manage to get 1 hit off. But a 65 on leftover squad or leftover tombs, I'll take that all day. All right, so in this one, not my best judgment. We ended up deciding to take out First Order against this trio, and they just run us over. You see how many turns they take, how many debuffs they're taking out, and OG Kylo can't do anything on it and the First Order. So they get absolutely destroyed. Only good thing is they managed to reduce their cooldown of Mara with the stagger. So I felt pretty good. I ended up taking this squad just because I knew I needed a heavy punch and some control. And this allows me control. With Revan and JKL on the squad, we get those stuns. We're managing to hit pretty big hits, and we take out Mara right there. So once Mara's out of the game, I'm feeling really confident at this point. I am a little bit scared of Starkiller, which you see right there, going through the foresight, absolute machine. But at the same time, I did want EP out because he's just jacking up my banners. You see, every turn that we're taking, EP's just like, hey, give me a little bit, dog. Give me a little bit. But we ended up with 29 right there. So 29 banners on a cleanup. We had a 3-shot. Not the best, but hey, we got through it. All right, and next up, we got this Ray squad. Nothing really great about this one. They do have the 2 tanks, but this is one of the things. I was a victim of this back in the day, not gonna hold you guys. I would do this. I would try to set random teams, trying to save my JTR squad, but to be honest, you just open yourself up for a lot of problems. But on the defensive end, if you're gonna run into that. One thing that I do mess up in this fight, and you're definitely gonna see right here, Barris. I just completely forgot about Barris, and we go full throttle onto Ray. So this takes a couple of turns. Chat, appreciate y'all. You really hit me up on this one. You guys were like, hey, take out Barris. What are you doing? You look like a fool. And you're gonna see it right here. So I'm gonna go attack these guys Ray's gonna go, and again, sorry for the lag. I don't know what happened right here. My connection got a little bit tough, but I decide to go for Ray, and I'm letting absolute no damage. So then I decide to go for Bears. The bad thing was she gets into heal immunity, so now I have to go back to Ray, and you're gonna see she's just taking no damage because of Bears. And then we just go full throttle, take her out, and then the team just starts folding all of a sudden. We do manage to take another hit from Ray with her ultimate, but to be honest, it wasn't that much of a problem. It does get us pretty low, but if anything, we do have Jolie on the squad, and my Jolie is pretty thick, and at the same time, I'm really trying to get as much bonus protection as possible so we can take a big hit right there. So Ezra and Yoda go into a low state, so I'm trying to salvage as much banners as possible, but it's really just not doing it. We do get these guys into damage immunity, but yeah, just nothing on the banner wise. I really wanted max protection on them and health, and a couple of these ones max protection, but the main thing was health. And you're gonna see we did miss out, I believe, on Ezra is the one that we don't manage to get full health on. And there we go, 61. Oh, we did manage to get full health. Let's go. And 1 protection. I'll take that all day. Reliving the banners. All right. And because my opponent had a beast of a Wampa with a lot of tenacity, a lot of health, I decided to take Aiden on offense, and was pretty good because we managed to take out their Kyle Katarn and Mon Mothma squad with it. Really, really easy, especially with the team that they had out. The one bad part on this is, man, freaking Biggs is so annoying. This isn't even the most optimal Mon Mothma squad, but Biggs, with any team, is just so annoying. You hit him, he takes the bonus turn, and then you're going to see Mon Mothma, of course, brings Biggs back. And it's just like, why, dude? Like, why? I know he does not bring Biggs back. I totally thought he brought Biggs back. That was a problem. So 65 right there. Easy win. I probably could have put it on auto, but just annoying. All right, and really cool. One of my favorite teams out there, and you guys probably have it too. It's the number 1 Omicron out right now, Qui-Gon and Anakin, absolute beast. And then we got Cam on the squad because this team, I don't know if you guys have ran into it a lot. Maul with Bam is a problem. One thing that I tried to do right here though is I tried to salvage the AoE. One thing that's really scary though is I messed up and taking GK on the squad, and because I took GK on the squad, Maul ended up with 5 stacks and lowered the cooldowns on Anakin. So if Anakin didn't have his cooldowns reduced, or not reduced, but ready for when Qui-Gon died, that could have been a problem. And then another reason why I messed up too is I didn't have GK for this squad going up against JCR, but you're going to see it's not a problem. Like we mentioned earlier, EP and Mara are the real MVPs, and just the other ones are just to get the bonuses there. Visas is there chilling, and then I ended up taking Bastila. I really thought, to be honest, and this was kind of a mistake on me, I thought if I could give the bonus or all the buffs onto Mara, Mara would trigger EP would trigger Starkiller. Did not end up like that. So just a PSA out there. If Mara attacks out of turn, the train does not go like that. All right, and for this one, I ended up deciding to take Zalbar against this bounty hunters. I wanted to play it safe. I wanted to make sure that we got past this squad. Was a little bit concerned with the heal immunity from Boba and his big hit, and then also the Annihilate. I know it wasn't going to take me out with the 1 hit, but it does cause some pretty decent damage. And then the great thing about this too is squad is because Zam Omicron really just boosts his team speed to ridiculous speeds. We got the the ultimate pretty quickly, and it allows us to take out the squad. I really tried to make this to where Watt wouldn't get taken out, but freaking Boba, man, right at the end, he's in the red health, and of course he takes out my Watt and gets the bonus life and just steals more banners. But we did end up with a 63, and I'll take that all day. I'm gonna get a shirt from merch all day. All right, and then we get Mon Mothma. So Mon Mothma, this one, really easy fight. I knew going into it I would probably end up with 65 banners just because First Order just cannot keep up with the pace of Mon Mothma, and Mon Mothma is just the TM train. And you're gonna see, we take out Phasma, we take out Officer, and then we go straight after Fox. And look at their TM. Their TM is not going up. It's ridiculous. This squad is pretty nasty. So right there's the first pilot. Next pilot, full 65. Easy stuff. Mon Mothma is really good on offense, and probably one of the things I'm probably gonna do going forward. All right, and lastly, not lastly, but Wampa against this Rebel squad. So the great thing about my opponent, he decided to try to cheese my defense, or their defense, for my defense, because my defense was going to be heavy. Knowing that, they tried to take as much as possible, and they left me this trash. So I went in there with Wampa, and you're gonna see, this is kind of cool. This is the first time I managed to do this, but we actually end up with a 69 right here. So we get the 69 on Wampa, not the 68 that we're used to, and it felt good. Even though all these characters are relic, they just didn't have a chance against Wampa. Wampa going against Rebels with the Omicron, it's a wrap. And then right there, Princess Leia tries to be Machine Gun Leia, but does not happen, and we end up with the 69. So we ended up going after ship or characters. We did all that. We did pretty good. Now we're going on to ships, and this is probably the best ship run I've had in a long time. So we decided to take the Executor against Executor. I decided to pull it from defense and use it for offense, just because I knew my opponent was going to place his for defense as well. And I go in there and I take it out for some pretty decent banners. So everything goes pretty good. RNG wise was on my side. We get our Ebon Hawk in there. We get the chase, or the chaff, and it allows them not to put the target locks. I wanted to say crit immunity, but it allows them not to put the target locks, and we managed to really just run the board after we ended up taking out their I always forget the name of the ship, the Mando ship, the Razor Crest. So we take out the Razor Crest. The really cool design too is I have my Cad Bane going faster than my Razor Crest, because my Cad Bane is R7 and my Razor Crest is only or my Mando or BAM is only R5. So it allows me to put the taunt on and go pretty hard at it. The only bad part is there's a risk that they do not keep the buffs. And if they don't keep the buffs, it definitely can be a problem. Real choppy right here. I'm sorry, guys. Again, I don't know if my connection, everything's hardwired, but during the stream it got a little choppy. But we did end up with a 73. So pretty excited about that. 73 is probably one of the best numbers I've hit in a long time in Fleet. All right, and next up we go against First Order against Empire. This one, it could have been better, to be honest. So we go in there. I try to focus down Vader first, but because they do have the other taunting tank in there, when I get Vader into the health, it does taunt, and it doesn't allow me to go full throttle straight into him as if maybe there was like a TIE fighter or something. If there's a TIE fighter or any other ship, my First Order team can just blast Vader off right off the rip, and then it makes TIE Bomber not be able to taunt and really just controllable at that point. But because there was the other taunter, you're going to see that we drop a couple ships right off the starting lineup. But we do manage to recover a little bit. I am scared at this point because obviously you saw right there, the Chimera takes out one of my ships, but we still have silencer, so we're in a pretty good position, and we end up with a 65. So not bad at all. 65, I'll take. And I definitely have to do better with this commentary. We sped this thing up ridiculously fast. All right, and lastly, we have Rebels against Hodo, and this one goes really smooth. I haven't had a fight with my Rebels go so smooth. Even the Twitch chat was talking about APKs. They're like, bro, how'd you do that? Especially with your Akbar. And they were calling him Hackbar because my Akbar is only G11. And we managed to run the table on this Hodo squad. Did not have the best reinforcements though. and we ended up with 73. So I was really excited. So we got a 73, 72, and a 65. So really good performance in fleet, and we almost hit the mythical number of 1,800. So really excited. This has ended up being the final score, and then you see right here, the timer's going down. We only had a minute left, so this was really crunch time on the ships. We started around maybe a little bit less than 10 minutes to take out those 3 ships. We come out of it, we have a minute left, and my opponent was not able to get past my Empire squad. So kudos to Second Sister for being a beast out there and holding it down, and we managed to get the win. I think we would have got the win even though he cleared it and would have got the full clear, just because we were way super efficient in this fight, other than all my other fights. This fight we did really good, especially with the defense that was given to us. But all right, guys, like I said, this video is going to be around 20 minutes. Real quick run through, probably not the most in-depth. If you guys like it quick, let me know. If you guys want me to kind of slow it down, do some real deep commentary, then we could do it like that too. I just got done with my next GAC match, so we'll probably have that in the next couple of days. I just got to chop it up and edit it and do another voiceover over it, but that one should be a good one as well. But all right, guys, I appreciate y'all. If you guys could hit that like button, hit that follow button, and you guys have been crushing it. Really appreciate everything that you guys have been doing for the YouTube channel and just helping us grow. So appreciate y'all. All right, I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Peace.
Bye, Felicia.